Hi, everybody. It's Kelly again, and we're talking about comparison. So, this is chapter 3, I believe, is talking about roles and comparisons. So, some interesting stuff in here because there was some stuff that I was certain I didn't do this. And as I was writing out the questions, I looked at my son and I said, "Do I ever compare you to your sister?" And he goes, "Yeah." And so I kind of, and I said, "Can you give me an example?" And he goes, "Well, sometimes you say, well, Anna clean, like, I'll say, why can't I do that?" And I'll say, because, well, she's already done cleaning up. And so he takes that as she did it, you didn't. She's better than you. So I said, okay, well, I don't want you to feel that way. I'm going to think about it for a minute. And I did. And I said, I wonder if it would be easier for you, or if it would sound better to you, if I just said, um, when you said, "Can I go?" Like, for example, we're talking about the neighbors, and I tell them, "Yeah, when stuff's cleaned up, then we'll go to the neighbors. I don't want to have to clean it up while you're gone." And I said, "So, would it be easier if you want to go up to the neighbors, if I just said, 'Sure, your clothes are still on the floor,' and not even?" He said, "Well, yeah." And I said, "I was just trying to explain to you why Anna got to go, but that doesn't matter. You just want to know what you still need to do." And he's like, "Yeah." So I'm going to change that and not bring her into it. So that's what one of the book points is there's no need to bring the other child into it. All it does is there's no benefit to it. It just muddies the waters. It's not productive. So no need to do it. So that brings us to the describe what you see. There's your clothes are still on the floor. Your sweatshirt and your shoes are still on the floor in front of the couch. And then you can go. It's simple change that I think will help him not feel compared. And same with her, probably. I know there's probably times I do it to her too, because I asked her this morning too, and I said, "Do you ever feel compared?" And she goes, "I don't know. What do you mean? What's compared?" And I said, "Well, do I ever say Carson does stuff that you don't?" She goes, "Oh, yeah, you do that." And so I asked her the same question, and she said, "Yeah, that would be better." So I'm going to do it. It's a challenge. Anybody want to meet it? Anyone want to see if we can stop? um, so, one other thing that happened today actually was my kids were sitting on the couch and they said, "Who do you love more?" And don't you just hate that? Like, how are you supposed to answer that? And I said, well, love isn't something you can measure. It's kind of like when you light a candle and then you light another candle with the candle. The flame is just as big. It's a different candle, but I love you just as much. But I don't love you the same because you're not the same. I love you for you, and I love you for you. And they seem to accept that. Um, Privately, though, when I was telling them I love them, I might tell them things about themselves that I love that makes them unique. Um, and there are things about your brother that I love too, but for you, I love this, this, and this. But that would be private because you don't want the other one to internalize, like, well, I'm not like that. Does she not love me? So, anyway, those are my tips of the day. Um, Keep it with the child. You don't need to bring anybody else into it. And that way your message is more effective and they're more willing to help you when they know exactly the behavior is that you want to have happen so that they can understand and so that they can move on to the next thing. So hopefully that helps.